the attention, doesn't it? Well, we're going to call this meeting to order. I want to welcome all of you to the first meeting of the 2025-2026. Doesn't that seem impossible? WRH Homes, Willow Suites Resident Council. I'm Gail Holtzman. I'm your president for the next year. And I'm going to ask you as a courtesy to everybody who's speaking today, if you have a cell phone with you, please turn it off or to vibrate. Pause for 5 seconds to have everybody reach into their pocket. There's a new president's team this year, and as I go along, I'm going to introduce different people on the president's team instead of trying to do them all at the same time. The first person I'm going to introduce is Diane Weeks, who just walked in. She is our greeter, and she is the one that helps you with your name tags. And helping her today was Ann Boleen, who's our vice president. Another person you're familiar with is Carolyn White, who's the past president. Carolyn's sitting in the back of the room, refusing to stand, just waving. So we are looking for another greeter. If you're interested, please get a hold of me, and we will put you on the president's team. Before we do the minutes, this is Martha Logeson, who is our secretary. Be kind to Martha. This is her first meeting, so be kind. So we're going to approve the minutes of June 25th, and it was in the green bag of July 1st. Are there any corrections or additions to those minutes? If not, can I have a motion for approval? Second? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. All right. We're going to now move to the opening reflection, and Becky Wyatt, Becky is over here, can you stand? Is our reflections coordinator this year. So if you would like to help with reflections, Becky is the person to talk to. Oh, very good. So Barbara Brown, are you here? Okay, Barbara's going to do the reflection for today.
I was told 2 to 3 minutes, and I'm not as funny as Ron. So we're going to go ahead and get started. First, as a retired teacher, I have to. Whoops! Can you hear me? Yes. I could use my teacher voice, and I wouldn't need this. Believe me. Okay. This is the year 2025, and in Hebrew it is called Ha'el, which means the altar of God. So this year is supposed to be a year of prayer. And Saturday is Tish B'Av, and it's August 2nd and 3rd, and those are the 2 saddest days in Judaism. Those are the days of the destruction of the first and second temple. So the teacher and me had to provide some academic information at this point. So we will start, and I tend to, as a clergy, I tend to focus more on a religious topic. So, Baruch atah Adonai, blessed are you, O Lord. Come, let us go to the mountain of the Lord, that we may walk the paths of the Most High, and that we shall beat our swords into plowshares and our spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Isaiah 2:4. And so this is an important time for us to think about providing shalom to others. And so I was thinking about one of my favorite prayers from the Roman Catholic tradition. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may so much not seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. And it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. And then, as you know, most of that is a prayer of St. Francis. And then, very briefly, and I will spare you because I know my congregation often, they were polite when I sang, so I'm just going to do a very short piece and explain to it. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu b'shalom, Ashkivenu Malkeinu. And what this says is we're asking Adonai, our God, to bring peace and security to all. And with that, we all say, Amen. And in Hebrew, we'd say Vimaru, but I wasn't sure you know what Vimaru meant. So this is our prayer, our hope that we may work together here at Wesley Willows as one for the betterment of every person and the community within which we live. Amen.
I would have been lost without it. Thank you very much, Barbara. So, for those of you who have been here for a while, we used to have a Cares and Concerns committee, and that was abandoned for a while, and I've reinstituted this year. So this is someone who is going to send sympathy cards to the families of residents in the suites and the homes who have passed. And the person who has agreed to take over this task is Linda Lawrence, and she's in the back. We used to send cards to people who were in the hospital, but we no longer will do that. That information doesn't get sent to us. Guest this month, Employee of the Month, is John here? Oh, there. I didn't recognize him. John Shipman is the Employee of the Month, and Taru is going to
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. So it sounds like I don't need to introduce him to you all. It seems like everybody knows John. Yeah. So, John, why don't you come out? So since I joined this team in January, he's been a great help. He taught me a lot. He always guided me to the right direction. Sometimes. But how he's taking care of all the work orders you guys put in and how he can help out our teams and in the community, I didn't have any doubt that he's getting this Employee of the Month. Yeah!
Thank all of you. I look at this as kind of being family here, so to speak. It just, you give me more than I give you. That's all I got to say. Thank you.
One more thing. If you guys need something from John, make sure you get your chocolate chips cookies ready.
Yeah.
That's the only guest we have this month. The resident fitness of the month person is actually in the arbor right now. So new resident introductions. We have new resident introduction individuals on each area. On the east side are Mary Griffith and Joella Warner, neither of whom is here today, and they have been the welcomers for the past several years. I think most of you are familiar with them. In Willow Ridge West Homes, we do have a big change. Carol and Judy decided 6 years was more than enough, so they're on a break, at least. So we have some new people, Kim Van Buskirk, if you'll stand, Linda Ship, and Martha Burns. We decided, you guys are so much trouble on the west side. Okay, so Kim is going to introduce a couple of new residents.
When somebody calls you and says, would you? The answer is no. Because you might be doing this. It is our honor, Martha and Linda's, and I are Lenny, and I, to introduce to you Terry Gill. Terry lives on Allstrand. He originates from Akron, Ohio, and graduated from Akron University. His first job after graduating was with Massey Ferguson. Shake your head no if I mistake, okay? He said this was one of his most interesting jobs, as he would watch a 1,000+ pound press make a tractor right from his desk on the factory room floor. This would be the beginning of a career in all parts of industrial management. Working for Fairbanks Morse in Beloit, Wisconsin, he and his family made their home in Rockford. This company makes diesel engines, really big ones, like for ship propulsion. Terry said that he worked closely with the employees' unions to foster a cooperative work environment. His last 15 years, he worked for Sunstrand until he finally retired. He has lived in Rockford for over 40 years and helped raise his 4 kids. All of them graduated from college, but scattered to various cities that aren't Rockford. He enjoys time with his kids and 4 grandkids. Concerned about their father aging, none of you know anything about that, the 4 kids started campaigning for him to live in their respective cities. Remember, none of them live in Rockford. So he would have to leave his friends and his church. Terry began a comprehensive search for an appropriate retirement community to move into and found 15 that might pass his muster. He further researched 9 different communities in Des Moines, Iowa, a city he loves and where one of his adult children and 2 of his grandkids live. Then he found Wesley Willows on a drive. One of his favorite things to pass time, one of his hobbies is just to take a drive, and he found this. After meeting with Colin, he made the decision to move here, much to his kids' chagrin. Of course, each one that has visited and helped Terry to move in has been pleasantly surprised by how beautiful the campus is. They love that he is here and will be well cared for. And we love that he's a neighbor. Terry told us that he absolutely loved his career. One of the most exciting things about his career was the global traveling he did. By the way, I turned you over to Lois, say home. She does international experiences. He's been to nearly 20 countries and loves Paris so much he's been about 75 times. Vive la France. Terry was the youngest of 4 siblings and has over 20 cousins he still stays in touch with, mostly in the Akron area. Besides going for a drive to enjoy the countryside, Terry likes to take walks when he's able and loves classic movies. Please join me in welcoming Terry Gill to the Wesley Willows family. Got the first one under my belt. Thanks. I would love to introduce to you James Dart Schoonmaker, but please call him Dart. Right? Okay. He might not answer if you say James, Jimmy, or anything else. He's a local guy growing up on the family farmland in McChesney Park, purchased in the 1870s, that is now home to Schoonmaker Park off Ventura Boulevard. Yeah, I know, I've said that to a few people, and they're like, hey, I know that. As a young boy of 9, he saw a very fancy car drive by and told his mom he wanted a car just like that. She told him he'd need to get into international business so he could afford one. Put a pin in that. Dart graduated from Harlem High School and started working at age 15 at Rock Cut State Park, doing anything asked of him. Toilets, checking people in, boat rental, you name it, he said yes. Let's see. He was raised with a solid can-do attitude, which served him well throughout his life. After high school, he attended Rock Valley College and continued to work because he prefers to be busy. Don't forget that. This work ethic morphed into working 3 jobs, one in retail full-time, one as a police officer part-time, and in his spare time, cleaning banks. Did I mention he prefers to stay busy? While at the retail job, he worked his way up to co-manager at a high volume store. While there, he was recruited into working for another major retailer in operations. You see, Dart has the uncanny ability to see how to improve operations, then present it to the appropriate people to make positive changes for everyone. This unique skill was recognized by upper management with an opportunity to move to Germany. His high school German came in handy and then some, as he spent 5 years in Germany in operation integrations. While making a positive impact for his company, he was asked to move to Tokyo to help there. Not one to turn down an opportunity, he moved and spent 2 years living just outside Tokyo with a view of Mount Fuji from a 16th floor apartment that was only 750 square feet. Although rent was a mere $7,500 a month, his company paid all his living expenses along with a food stipend. Not too shabby for a single guy living his dream. And if you wondered if he lived anywhere else internationally, you'd be right. After 2 years in Japan, he was moved to Northeast Brazil for another 2 years, living as an international businessman. Remember what his mom said? This is where you might remember exactly what his mom said. If you want to afford a fancy car, you'll need to become an international businessman. Check. After living outside the USA for nearly 10 years, Dart was sent to the mothership to work in the corporate office with global responsibilities to open new markets from 2006 until he was able to retire in 2017. Very early. He was only 53. He wasn't even old enough to move here. Yeah. I take good notes. When he first moved back to the States while working in the corporate office, he volunteered at the Northwest Arkansas Children's Shelter, starting out very part-time. By the time he retired and moved up here, his volunteering part-time at the Northwest Arkansas Children's Shelter was full-time. He did everything and anything that needed to be done, including cleaning toilets and mowing. What drew him to that volunteer position in Arkansas were seeing kids that needed positive adult role models in their lives. One of his favorite jobs was being able to give a kid something they needed because of the over 4,000 volunteer hours he'd accrued. He knew what was in the warehouse and could provide that kid with what they needed. He says he felt a little like Santa Claus. Remember that can-do attitude he learned as a kid? Well, that followed him literally around the globe as he lived the most wonderful life. Before I close, allow me to add that although he's traveled globally, he loved a vacation in South Africa and/or Antarctica. He loves history, astronomy, and his love of music reminds him of his mom. He's traced over 2,500 family members in his genealogy search and says he and I may be cousins. By marriage. No blood here. It's possible, and I wouldn't be sorry about that either. Please join me in welcoming Dart Schoonmaker with a huge service-oriented heart to Wesley Willows, also the new Vice President of the Auxiliary.
Thank you, Kim. Now from Willow Suites, we have Nancy Woolley, who has been the welcomer for a number of years. She has one person to introduce today. Or they all came? She's gathering her chickens, so.
Well, it's my pleasure today to introduce Rex and Carol Parker. Oh, is that better? I'm introducing Rex and Carol Parker, longtime residents of Rockford, and a couple who have been very active in our city. Rex was born in Rockford, Carol in Elgin, though her family moved to her grandparents' farm in Byron during her childhood. They both graduated from West High School, but met and married while they attended Illinois State University. While attending ISU, Carol participated in her sorority circus riding a unicycle, and Rex played on the basketball team. So they're both very talented. Then they attended Northern Illinois University, where Carol received her degree and taught in the physical education department. Rex received his MBA and was employed in the business service division. Rex and Carol, important stats, have 2 sons, 4 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. In 1973, Rex was hired by the Atwood organization to manage the Clock Tower Resort, including, of course, our beloved, but no longer with us, Clock Tower Museum. Carol was recruited to develop a group called Symbol Square to promote the downtown area. From that position, she was hired by United Bank Group to develop a market segment focused on seniors. This position entailed a great deal of travel, both domestically and internationally. On one of these trips, with Rex accompanying her, they celebrated the 50th anniversary of the end of World War II with a group of, I assume, seniors, many of whom were veterans. They had the opportunity to visit some of the French villages where battles took place, and also climb hills in Normandy with some of the veterans who had participated in that great battle. When the Clock Tower Museum closed, Rex began his retirement years by teaching in the business department at Rock Valley College for 5 years. Carol was elected to the Rockford School Board and became the first woman to serve as president. From 1996 to 2002, Carol served on the board right here at Wesley Willows. Together, they competed in senior mixed doubles tennis tournaments, including over 9 national tournaments. They consider their most challenging and interesting assignment, though, was teaching at Shanghai Normal University in 2007. They are looking forward now to new friendships and activities at Wesley Willows. Please join me in welcoming Rex and Carol.
Nancy. Okay, I'm gonna have to put my notes on a different color paper, obviously. All right. Thank you for the good introductions, everybody. We have a few announcements. Ken Lemmel from the Community Garden is up next. So I'm sure Ken has interesting things to say to us today.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am one who is happy for the rain. And the cooler weather. Today we made our second pantry run this year. I think they're still happy to see us, right, Chris? Terry? Yeah, they like the fresh produce. At this point, after 2 visits down there, we're up to 172 pounds of produce. We're heading for 1,000 in the course of this season. Hopefully we will make it. A week ago today, we had our first gardener's market in the north parking lot. We will alternate pantry and garden weeks. So a week from today, we will have the gardener's market again. I want to correct an announcement. The opening time is 9:30. 9:30. Now that means that many of you will show up at 9 especially if we have sweet corn. But if we had it at 9, as has been erroneously announced, you'd be there at 8:30. So just come see us about 9:30, and we will have sweet corn again. We've talked to the Glenny Farm, and if you liked it last time, I think it'll be even better than this time. Any questions? Nice to see you all. Stay dry.
Thank you, Ken. The second announcement is from me. Just a reminder that the last day that you can order mums from the retired nurses is August 8th. It's a week from Friday. And what we are doing is supporting the Rice Scholarship for employees who are going back to school for any kind of health care. And I think we will be giving a couple scholarships this fall, so stay tuned. Administration's up next, but one of the things I want to say about that is that some of the things administration talks about to you come from you, the residents, via the liaisons of your different areas. And they bring that to the president's team meeting, and the administration then hears those issues and hopefully comes to us at the next meeting with some answers. We have 3 liaisons. Mary Trevelyan is on the east side. Mary, where are you? There she is. Mary's been doing this for several years. Ellen Fuchs is the new liaison on the west side. And the last one is Alice Rice in the suites. In the green bag this next week, you will have a list of all the members of the president's team and their contact information, as well as some information about the liaison position and the kinds of things you need to talk to them about. So look for that next week. Colin, where are you? He's up first. Everybody should know Colin by now.
Good afternoon, everybody. For those who don't know me, I'm Colin. I'm the sales manager here at Wesley Willows. I get the pleasure of handing out some cash today. So, is Sue Pedersen here? Sue, can you come on up? She referred Don and Chris Fritz to Wesley Willows. They moved into Willows Lane a couple months ago. So, I have some cash here I'm going to hand out. We'll count them all together here. So, $100 bills. We got 1, we got 2, 3, 4, and a crisp $500. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, that's awesome. So that's our More the Merrier program. If you have any friends or family that you know that are interested in Wesley Willows, stop by our office, give us their name, their contact information. We'll put you as the referral source, and if they move in, you'll end up just like Sue and get $500. So thank you all, and I will pass this over to Toru. Toru.
Thank you very much. I'm back. My name is Toru. I don't know, some of you don't know me. I'm the facilities supervisor. I'm here studying today for Brandon. Unfortunately, he's not on campus today, so he ordered me to. So first I need to do a little report for a maintenance work order. So month of June, total work order was a 1,176 and 1,142 are completed. There are a few new work orders and pendings still out there. We're trying to take care of it as soon as possible. Then the percentage of the completion. So within 1 day or 1 day of completion, that's a 73%. That's because of the guy standing over there, John. He's been doing an excellent job. And then the other jobs completed within the 2 to 3 days, those are 82%. So sometimes it takes a few days to complete some of the jobs because of we don't have the right tools or equipment. We have to contact the vendors, or we have to order them from a big box store. So that's why it takes 2 to 3 days. And some of the jobs Unfortunately, it takes a little longer. Unfortunately, if you have any complaints and whatnot, I'm pretty sure you guys have my email address in your binder, so just please do not hesitate to contact me. I'm gonna try to take care of all the jobs as soon as possible. And if you see me in the hallway, just go ahead, stop me, and then you can just talk to me about your complaints. I know I just opened up a can of worms, but that's okay. You know, taking care of all the complaints and concerns, I believe that's part of my job. So I'm more than happy to hear from you guys. And a few news about the seal coating going on throughout the campus. I believe we had about seal coating. What did I say? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm Japanese, so I don't do accents. Bear with me. So I believe we had few rainy days, so we had to skip a few streets. We don't have an exact date yet, but we should be able to start back on a week of August 18th. As soon as we find out a certain dates from a company, we're going to put the information in the green bags, so everybody should be on the same page. And if you have any questions, please contact the maintenance office. We can help you out. Okay. And then the next announcement is so right here in the town center in the suites, we are going to be conducting a fire drill. It's going to be a fake fire, okay? I have to let you know. So that's going to be happening on August 7th at 3 p.m. August 7th at 3 p.m. Okay, so don't be alarmed. So what's going to happen is we're going to simulate a small fire, maybe in one of the residence room, or maybe in a hallway, or maybe in the storage. We don't know yet. But we're going to be actually pulling a pull station, so you're going to be hearing all the buzzing noise and then a strokes. A couple days ago, was that last week? A couple weeks ago, accidentally somebody pulled the pull station, and all the buzzing noise and the strokes, went out throughout the building. So that was just a pre-test. Actually, that worked out pretty good. Yeah. So what happened was as soon as I pulled the pull station, what happened was the alarm company contacted the fire department first. Then after that, alarm company called Wesley Willows, make sure everything's okay. Then after that, probably about 2-3 minutes later, I'm pretty sure that was less than 5 minutes, actually fire department showed up. So the pre-test worked out pretty good. So anyway, so that's what you're gonna hear on August 7th around 3 p.m. Go ahead. So that's the next thing on the list I have to mention about. So depending on the location of the fire, so this building is considered as a sheltering place. So what's going to happen is if you don't see any smoke or if you don't feel any heat, I want you to just stay where you're at. If you're in the room, just stay in your room. If you're in the bathroom, just stay where you are. If you're in a bistro area, if you don't see any fire or anything coming from the kitchen, you can just stay there, enjoy your dinner. And if you happen to be in a fire area, especially in your room, that means you have to evacuate. What's going to happen is probably one of our staff members or fire department is going to help evacuating you from the building. And if you are at the top or bottom of the fire room, we are going to be assisting you evacuating the building or evacuating the area. So, any other questions? Yes. So how you guys gonna know which room is gonna be in fire? So that's a good question. So during the, so we haven't done this fire drill in this town center and suites for quite a long time, I believe. So we're gonna be figuring out the things we don't have a like overhead system, not like a arbor across the street. So it's gonna be a just very simple, and after that, all the reports gonna be probably coming from the maintenance office. The things I like personally, coming from the fire background, I like to share with that with the residents. So that's the other news about the fire drill on August 7th. And then the last information that I like to share is utilizing a QR code for putting work orders. We are getting a lot of work orders through that, which is great. And then sometimes I hear some of the concern from the residents that after you put the work orders in, how you guys know what's going on with those work orders. Usually how you register the QR code is your email address, correct? So usually if it's gonna be in progress, you should see that in your email, okay? Sometimes it comes into your inbox directly, but sometimes it goes into the part of the junk mail. So after you put the work orders in, I want you to check the junk mail folder also, okay? And if you have any concern about that, go ahead, contact the maintenance office, we'll help you out. So that's pretty much it from the maintenance department. Do you guys have any questions? Yes, sir.
Since you are taking Brandon's role, what about those broken down buses that are on the east side? Will they ever get removed? They've been there for 5 years.
That's a great question. So the question was, what's going to happen to those broke down buses sitting over there in the parking lot? Right now, Brandon and I are talking about how we can replace some of the vehicles. It's not just the buses, other vehicles, including the maintenance vehicles. So it's in the process of dealing with that issue. Yes?
You could donate them to NPR, they lost a lot of their funds.
So her statement was, we can donate those vehicles to NPR. That definitely, we need to look into that. Any other questions? All right, thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. For those of you who don't know who I am, Carrie Van Skelven. I am Director of Resident Services. As Toru said that he was directed to be here by Brandon, I was directed to be here by Jessica. So, I'm going to give you a little report on what she would normally talk about. So, first thing on my list is the occupancy report. So, for Willow Ridge Home East, we have 5 available and 1 on hold. Willow Ridge Home West, we have 3 available and 1 is on hold. Suites Phase 1, 6 available and 1 is on hold. Suites Phase 2, 7 available, 1 is on hold. And Suites Phase 3, 1 is available and 0 are on hold. So, and then in Willows Arbor, we have 36 apartments available and 1 is currently on hold. So our sales and marketing team has been extremely busy selling and selling and selling. And I know we've had several new residents across campus move in, which is really nice to see some new faces. Not that the old faces are bad, but some new faces. And then, any questions on the occupancy report? No, okay. So our total campus occupancy is 88%. Yeah. All right, moving on, resident satisfaction surveys. How many of you have filled one out in the past? Ooh, good. So as you know, in the past, we have typically handed out paper resident satisfaction surveys. Residents have filled in their comments, checked the boxes, done all of those things. So this year, it's gonna look a little bit different. This year, we're going to use an outside company, third-party company, who specializes in senior living. And that this company, along with Wesley Willows, has created questions for all of you that will be on your resident satisfaction survey. Now, this third-party vendor is going to send us a link, and everything is going to be via computer. I knew I'd get some groaning. However, we will have staff time set up, days and times set up to assist you, if you're not computer savvy, if you don't know what you're doing, if you're having problems getting connected through the link, we will have time set up that we can assist you. We can get you connected to the survey, get you started on the survey, but then the rest of it, filling it out and giving your comments, that will be up to you, but we will be there to assist. So look for those dates coming up. I will say that the resident satisfaction survey will go out September 1st. And then I do know that Jessica, at the next council meeting here, will give you more detail on the resident satisfaction survey, kind of what to expect, all of those things. So I also have to add that our goal is 100% participation. Hefty goal. I know that the executive team does want your honesty, your comments, good, bad, ugly, doesn't matter. I know they're looking for ways to correct and improve things here at Wesley Willows, so, just verbalize it all on the survey. There will be, questions and answers and then comments sections on there. Any questions on the resident satisfaction survey? Yes.
I always wonder if it said maintenance, whether it meant outdoor maintenance or indoor, because some of us have different feelings about them.
I think that, I don't know what the questions are. The question was for maintenance. Does that mean outdoor maintenance? Does that mean indoor maintenance? And I don't know how the questions are going to be worded this year, but, in the comments section after, you rate them, you could always put, this is for John Shipman, wherever John went. I think he left. Darn. So you could always put that in the comments section.
He went
Yep.
to do maintenance.
I know. Yes.
We had talked
Good point. So, comment was, we talked about this at the president's team, and what if a resident cannot get out of their apartment or home and come, let's say, to the library to fill out a resident satisfaction survey on the computer. We will set a day and a time for us to come out with a laptop to your home. That's how important the 100% is. Yes.
Our family of residents, particularly residents that have mental or memory problems, are they invited to fill out these forms instead? Or is it strictly for residents?
So question is, you're talking about the residents in the health center?
Presume, and
Okay.
and the
So residents that might have dementia or some cognitive issues, will those be filled out by families? The answer is yes, if needed, and every resident here on campus, no matter where you live, will get a survey. Yep. Okay, any other questions on resident satisfaction surveys? All right. Or you didn't do this year, forget that. Box office benefit, I'm here to talk about. How many of you, show of hands, were at the box office benefit? Quite a few. What'd you think? Well, I personally and everyone on staff here at Wesley Willows wants to thank you for joining us, for coming out, spending the day with us. We had good weather, which was nice. We had 230 residents attend. And that does not include staff, so that's just residents. We had lots of staff there this year. So Greece was the theme for those of you who did not go. Really good show, and together we raised $27,250 for the Good Samaritan Fund and Peterson Metals Endowment Fund. We, truly are grateful for your support, and glad that you were able to spend the day with us. Any other questions or any questions for me? Yeah.
How did that total compare to other years for the fundraiser?
I wasn't given that. The question was, how did that total compare to other years? Natasha, you have an idea?
Last year we raised about 155, but a lot of that was corporate sponsorship.
So last year, Natasha said that they raised about $155,000, but a lot of that was corporate sponsorships. This year, are the corporate sponsorships going somewhere else?
Yes, they're going towards the gala.
They're going towards the gala, which is upcoming.
Yes, it's not really publicized as of yet. So
it's not publicized, so shh, don't tell anybody.
What is the gala?
Lloyd wants to know what the gala is. Do we want to get into that at this meeting? No. When it's time, they will announce it. Yeah.
On the survey, Howard, you said it's gonna have a link, but I'm assuming the email addresses, people who don't have emails.
Yeah, I know that they're gonna put something out. Okay, question was, I said that there was gonna be a link for the resident satisfaction surveys. How are they gonna know all of your email addresses? I do know that they're gonna, I do know they're gonna put something in the green bag that will direct you on how to get to the resident satisfaction survey. I don't know if it will be a QR code you scan. I'm assuming so. I'm assuming there'll be a link, but I know Jessica kind of has the nuts and bolts of the resident satisfaction survey and how that will be laid out to all of you. Any other questions for me? One in the back, yeah. What was that? I'm sorry.
You mentioned 88%, what does that mean?
Oh, the question is, in the 88% for occupancy, how many people does that, how many residents do we have? I believe we have almost 700. I don't have the exact number, but I know it's close to 700 residents here on campus. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, just this campus. It's a big number. All right, well, I'm gonna turn this over then to Riza. Hello, everybody. My name is Riza. I'm the healthcare administrator here at Leslie Willows. I'm going to talk to you about a few things that we're doing here at the end of August for all of you. The first one is our health services meeting. How many of you have met Dr. Nika or have heard of him here at Leslie Willows? So just a few of you guys. So Dr. Nika is our medical director here at Leslie Willows. We're going to be holding a meet and greet meeting at the end of August. Stay tuned. The information and the date and time will be in the green bag sometime this August, but it will be here at the Castletown Center. We're going to have Dr. Nika here and also his nurse practitioner, Rachel Becker, here as well to answer some of your questions on whether how to sign up to be their patient, how to schedule appointments with them, and so forth. We will also have our Director of Nursing, Ashley, here as well to answer some of your questions and go over pendant protocols for those of you that live here at the suites or across the street at the homes. And I'll be covering a lot on the rehab department, Medicare unit, what it entails when you have a referral going to the Medicare unit, and also the short stay over there, okay? So again, that's at the end of August. Stay tuned. We're looking at around August 28th. That's a Thursday, just waiting for confirmation. More information to be put in the green bag. The second thing I want to talk about is the moving through the continuum presentation. How many of you guys attended that back in February? Okay, we had a good turnout. We will be doing that quarterly from now on. So we're going to hold that on August 26th at 10 a.m. here at the Castletown Center. Resident Services team, Carrie Van Skelben, and as well as the nursing team will be here to kind of go over the different lifestyle we have here at Leslie Willows, what it looks like to transition from being here, living in the suites or the homes, and different areas there, just like Willows Arbor, Hunt Terrace, and also the different units in the health center. So again, that's gonna be on August 26th at 10 a.m. More information and reminder will be in the green bag. Okay? Do you have any questions for me? All right, well, we'll see you then. Oh.
What about inoculations this fall?
The what?
Shots.
Oh, vaccine clinic. Stay tuned. We are working with Symbrio Pharmacy to hold, to determine when that will be for the COVID clinic. More to come. More to come.
Will it be
Flu and pneumonia are usual, and COVID for those that needs to be updated. So three different. Once we have more information, we'll put it out on the green bag. You will definitely know when we're going to hold that clinic. All right. Okay. Thank you.
In case you haven't noticed, read your green bag. Are there any other questions or comments you want to bring up? Yes.
I'm not getting my green bag.
Then you
I get
need.
it by email.
It's by email?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've sent a message to the green bags and where is it?
If you don't need help with email, I would call Val. Just call over at Val's office, over at Life Enrichment.
I have nothing on that. Yeah.
So, green bags. So those of you who did not get a green bag by email, I know we had a little glitch again with our email distribution list. IT has been working on that. Brooklyn, and myself this morning, we folded and stuffed about 200 green bags, created them, paper green bags, and those, Brooke is currently out driving around in the rain, putting those on the 200 residents that did not get a green bag on your door. So, as soon as you go back home, you should have a green bag at your residence. So that should cure that, and hopefully next week, hopefully that email distribution list, Ozzy, not to put you on the spot, is fixed. Yes, Bob?
Do you know why green bags were a day late?
A day late? Oh, is it last week? This week? I know last week, green bags, there was a printer issue. But I thought green bags, yesterday minus emails, went out. Okay. So it was last week, printer, this week, email problems. Who knows what next week's gonna bring? What problem? Hopefully none. Yeah.
Okay, anything else that anybody wants to bring up? Yes.
Yes, Gail, I'm John. Yesterday I emailed you with pictures of the lack of sealing the cracks.
Rick was notified by Brendan, and if you would talk to Turu right now, and he can tell you what it's gonna happen.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yes?
I have a new resident I'd like to introduce. My name's Francis Farr. This is my husband. He came on the residence list. I hadn't met him before. And he likes it here.
Okay, our next meeting is August 27th at 3 o'clock back in this room. Look at your green bag to make sure you have the date right. And when they start filming this again, it will be on channel 1902. Yes, Bob.
Comment regarding the bistro and hallway in phase one. Seems to be colder than is necessary.
Toru, you got that? It's nice to have them here. You can just kind of like fob it off. Okay.
Wasting energy.
And wasting energy. Okay. All right. Bob, did you have something to say?
Yes, I'd ask for enlargement of the cast of characters or residents, and it was increased a little bit. Now it says Mr., Mrs., and whatever, but it does not say the date you moved in, and it was nowhere near as large as the one that came out on the 8th of September in 2023.
Okay, did everybody catch that? Bob doesn't like the way the resident list came out this time. It's too small a print and doesn't include the date they moved in. So.
Bad. Buy a magnifying glass.
Oh, okay. It goes to Life Enrichment. They're the ones that do it. So, you got that? Okay.
One other thing, and that is I just heard you're supposed to call Val. I called Val and her mailbox is full and you cannot reach her.
Did you send, you can send, all I'm saying is that's what I would do, and if she doesn't answer, I don't leave a message. I just call until I get her. But
I'll ask her to
clean out her box.
She has email.
That's not the only person that does not usually emails or something, the staff, because you called?
There are emails for all the staff on the staff list in the directory. It's